specifications when it comes to the work that have been assigned to do so?
You know, we are also very mindful of our integrity, because when you are not following us and the contractors, some even prefer to go up and down, bribing people and all kinds of stuff, to undermine the Ministry of Works. So help us. There is nothing hidden in our ministry. Help us, let us check contractors and ask questions. When a project is not being properly done or is not ongoing, ask questions and we provide the answers. Today we have taken off the second carriageway from China Harbor. They can go and say all sorts of things, but people can attest that our people are suffering. Whereas the president has directed no NMPC projects should stop. Contractors are, they're very trickish. They read newspapers. Oh, there is no funding. Oh, this. But this project, they still have our advance payment. So, if you cannot work when you are sure that the federal government will pay, I won't push a contractor to work when I know that, there is no funding. I won't do that. But when there is funding and you want to stay on the road forever and over as it's been happening in the past, we will not allow it. We will not allow it. I'm ready to fight. Yes.
Complete failure such which we expect litigations in some cases where the contractor refuse to comply completely and complete the works given.
They can go to court. Not a problem. But I've always said this. The lives of the people, very important. And that is the mandate given to Mr. President by God Almighty that brought him in spite of all obstacles. So when we save the lives of our people, we can meet in court. No wahala.
Excellency, any timeline now for completion? Monday, new fresh timeline?
Yes. If by the 15th of November, they don't finish the scope of work given to them, I will come here, I will terminate it. We must begin to try our local contractors. There are a lot of them that are doing very, very well. The problem with expatriates is that some of them have over 25 projects. I'm an engineer and I have confidence in local contractors. And I want you to check. From Monday, Tuesday, you see local contractors on this Abuja-bound carriageway. And I want you to judge the quality of work. After all, it's still our people that use it. It's all about discipline. It's all about discipline and sticking to the ethics of the profession. And we are going to prove it. When we give everybody room for their money, and we are very transparent, in achieving this. Yes.
What's the cost per kilometer, sir? No.
I would like you to ask me that question when I'm doing my final this thing. And the problem is that we are a bit being mischievous. I will run the figures again, and you will still ask me what is the cost per kilometer, again and again. But I will run it, and I will run it as a professor of engineering practice.
Yes.
And when I run it, keep it and use it and defend us. This is very important. So today, not today.
Yes.
Let me address the press. Please, this is very important moment. For government functionaries, you cannot be tired of explaining and explaining.
Yes.
And I'm not tired of explaining this 4 legacy project of Mr. President. And I want to plead with people. You shouldn't just be interested in cost per kilometer. You should be interested in the quality of the job, the kind of project we are doing, the impact of the project on the economy. Now, when people are asking cost per kilometer, I went to 4 television houses at the beginning of this project, and I've directed that my encounter with Arise, where I was using my head, and the Zitrufai, they call him, was using calculator. And it was Abati that was begging us, say, please, it was, that was begging us to stop, because I gave classical and empirical account of the project. But let me also say, apart from directing that encounter to be on social media, let me also rerun the program. Now, the first section is 47.47 kilometers, and it's 6 lanes. And these 6 lanes, we also have additional lane for train. And so we have a corridor of 60 meters. These 60 meters, we filled sharp sand from beginning to the end. And at Challenge 3, we encountered refuse that went up to 10 meters. We excavated this refuse up to 10 meters. We refilled it with pure sharp sand. At kilometer 13, we encountered ocean surge, and we have to do what the Eco-Atlantic did to protect the road. That alone is costing quite a lot of money. But however, this is the rundown of the figures. Number one, the first section, 47.47, is costing 1.067 trillions, and it's by 6 lanes. Now, when you divide this 1.067 trillion by 47.47 by 2, you will get 11.57 billion per kilometer of 3 lanes. A standard road is 2 lanes. Standard federal highway is 2 lanes. So by the time you now divide it by 3 and multiply by 2, you will now say that a standard coastal road is going for 7.5 billion per kilometer of standard highway. However, this 7.5 includes all the fillings, shore protections, the solar, light all through, the planting of trees, the protection of the shoulders. We are using reinforced concrete retaining wall from beginning to the end to retain the earth. We are putting a number of flyovers and underpasses. We are doing that. At kilometer 20, and the press been taken there severally, just like other places, you encounter a pit of up to 20 meters. And then this pit we removed and then refilled with lumps in levels and in stages. And then we are passing through there now. At kilometer 32, we also have encountered such this now. If you put all these things together, and then you go to Elemone that was awarded about 7 years ago, we encountered 156 billion for 30 kilometers of road, and to be done with asphalt. What we are talking about coastal highway is we are using 275 millimeter of concrete grade 40, and we are using Y20 millimeter, at 200 longitudinal, and the Y16 at 500, widthwise. So, leave out the president or any other person. Hold me accountable. Ask me questions, come for debate, and I will give you the cost of 1 meter cubed of concrete. In Bodo Boni, as at 5 years ago, the cost of 1 meter cubed of concrete awarded by the past administration is 729,000 per meter cubed. We started coastal highway with 350,000 per meter cubed. Now, let me also tell you that the Deutsche Bank that led the other international banks to review the cost of the project so as to fund the 70% of the loan component, they said that that project was undervalued. It was undervalued. And when it was time to contribute, to give the loan, that project was oversubscribed by $100 million US. And so if the financial institutions can give us this credit, we are ready to face anybody. But when you are criticizing us, be very objective and tell the public the truth. And the president, and I said before God I serve, has never asked me to add a kobo, has never asked me, give this job to this person. So I take full responsibility for the cost of the project, for the design, and for any question that the public will like to ask. I'm accountable, and I'm not angry for you to ask as many questions as possible. Now, lastly, when we talk about, that explain that cost of project depends on the terrain. In Kebbi, we have 258 kilometers, by 3 lanes. And then now, when the total contract sum is 954 billion. When you divide this by 258 kilometers, you will get 3.7 billion per kilometer of 3 lanes. When you subject it to a standard, 2 lanes, these roads have a extra 2.75, walkway all through. This road has, the walkway, and the walkway, it has drainage, running for 1,068 kilometers both ways. A drainage that is running for 750 kilometers, in Sokoto, in the Lagos-Calabar highway. So we should not make this thing, Darking Council, without knowledge. I've had to run this thing again, and people can ask me, a meter cubed of sand is costing 40,000 naira. So you can, check, by yourself, and let nobody. Governor, I have respect for governors, but if they want to castigate me, I will reply. So let me respect governors forum, but nobody should try to annoy us by a governor who is far my junior in engineering, who is far my junior in governance, to say I'm dancing around figures. If there is anything I know very well, Engineer Sule, it is mathematics. And, I'm an A student in mathematics. You can go and check. According to my brother, P2B, always tell you to go and check. But this one is not go and check. I've proven that we understand this work. Do you have questions on this? We had addressed you before, but it's very important that we address you on this very important road. This road is a total of 118 kilometers. That is the total, Nasarawa total, Kefi, Nasarawa total. And now we are adding Abaji. We explain. Before now, Abaji was not there, and it was 118 kilometers. And it was awarded in 2022 for 36 billion to, is it which one? Wichino, Nigeria Limited. Now, Wichino says I done 4 kilometers. I'm not able to go there to verify. But whatever happens, it will conform to the method statement that we're going to put in place now. Now, through the combined efforts of the Emir of, Lafia, the governor of, Nasarawa State, and the dogged fighter and personal friend of Mr. President, the president directed, this Warada you see here, mover. He directed me in the presence of, the chairman of FRS and my brother HMO, in the office of the president, that we should put this. In fact, he called Wadada, I said, come back, give the minister that you are rude. And I was so pleased, that a president that would be so passionate, about his people. And I know that the governor has been talking to the president about, so the combined efforts of this, great men and friends of the president brought about an order to the Minister of Works. Go and do this project under special funding. But let me declare and say it, that any road I'm doing under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu must have quality, of performance. Because at the end of the day, the president has done his own. And so it is my integrity that is at stake, and I won't allow any contractor, no matter how much you are connected, to rubbish my integrity. I will never allow it. So now the project is extended by the order of the president to get to Abaji. And this is very wonderful, because when you are coming from, Lokoja, Abuja, you can get to Abaji and then do a detour, to come over here. Now, what we have directed is this. Number one, increase the length of the route by the order of the president by 19 kilometers to get to Abaji. Done. Number two, 7.7. So the total length of the road will be 137 kilometers. Now, the project is going to be reviewed under a new method statement, and we are going to let you know. Number three, we are phasing the project. Phase 1 is 7 kilometers. And this 7 kilometers is under procurement, and it has budgetary provision, so we can do that. Then phase 2 is going to be 130 kilometers, and this is the method statement. Even phase 1, even the one he has done, this is what is acceptable to us as Minister of Works. Number one, you will go through the entire length of the road the carriageway 7.3. Dig it all the places that are failed. That is number one step. Dig it between 600 and 800. Fill it back with lumps. As you are digging, you are filling with lumps. Use an excavator to pin it down. Then put sharp sand. Sharp sand has the capacity to penetrate through the voids of the lumps. And then now use stone base, a minimum of 200 millimeter, and bring it to the level slightly higher than the level of the existing, asphalt level. Use 2.5% of cement to do it so that water will not penetrate. Allow traffic to go. So by so doing, we will have seamless traffic flow, over the entire 137 kilometers. If the contractor is doing otherwise, report to us. If the project is not started by Monday, report to us. Because when you have a presidential order for special funding, you have nothing more to fear. To say, oh, you have not been given money. When you do this, apart from mobilization we give you, we are also going to pay you for doing this. Number two, better statement. We are now doing the shoulders 2 meters. So 4 meters plus 7.3, you have 11.3 meter as the width of the distance. So you will go to the shoulders and dig the shoulders, about 2 meters, 20 cm. Unless where the soil is very bad. You dig 20 cm, you compact it and fill with stone base 10 cm, put another stone base about 10 cm with 3.5% cement, compact it and expose it to traffic. You do this all through the 2 shoulders to the beginning to the end. Then when you have done this, then you come to the third one, and the third one is to mill the existing pavement. By then, you have gotten a firm, pavement where the vehicular movement has compacted all the failures by reason of method number 1 that you have treated it. This is very important. And so you now mill only the 4 cm of wearing cost. Unless where wearing has been imposed on wearing, then you might have 2 layers of wearing. Then you mill it, don't throw it away. Mix it with a fresh 10 cm of stone base. Then put 2.5 cement, spray it, and then finally take another 10 cm of stone base and put 3.5% of cement. Then mix them wet, and then you lay it, compact it. Only God can destroy it. Not even the devil can destroy it in the next 50 years. Is that correct? Then you put your binder, of course you put your primer, then you put your binder 6 cm, you put your tar coat, then you put your wearing, 4 cm, and the road is got it. You can see what we are doing, Maraba Kifi road. That is how it is going to be. And so far, water cannot penetrate the carriageway through the shoulders. 50 years is guaranteed. So this is what we are doing, and we are going to procure the review immediately. So hold the contractor responsible. The state, they have responsibility to monitor day and night. If they are bringing 2 dozers and 2 distance, you let me know, I'll run them out of the site.
Thank you very much, members of the press and all the delegations that have come from both ways. Honorable Minister, we can't thank you enough. We thank you. We thank Mr. President for giving you these special directives. One of the reasons why I came was because a few days ago, because of the nature of the road, we had a very unfortunate accident of a pregnant woman. And that is the reason why I said, I'm happy the moment you mentioned that the contractor should begin on Monday, which is 2 days from now. Contractor, I have had that one because I'm going to be the number 1 supervisor of this one. So I thank him, and I love the statement. He said this is special directive from the president, therefore you do not have any challenges with your payment. Please begin the work. I want to thank Senator Odada once more, for all the effort he put in. I want to thank the Emir of Lafia also for the effort that he has put into this. You know, this is a road that we have been talking about since the former president, Muhammad Buhari. But it took Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR to actually do this road. We continue to thank you, sir. Thank you. We thank you very much for what you are doing, and we continue to commend Mr. President, and we know all the one.